this is a fun player. And yes, he is not a West Coaster, but a guy who plays in a school from the West, and a guy whose team made a surprising and fun run in college football this last year. A guy I have no idea where this guy is going to end up in the draft. I just know I like him, and it could be a player that it's a position the Bengals need, and it could be a player that could be one of those just spark plugs for a team. And we'll see if the Bengals would make such a move as this. But I am talking about the young man Cam Skattebo, the running back from Arizona State. Let me tell you about this guy, John. Well, I've got a few clips for everybody here. This is just fun, and this is throwback. This is I'll tell you what I see. I see strength, I see balance, and I see toughness in a guy who just, like I said, a spark plug for a team. I don't know that the speed is there. I don't know that the long speed is there, but I do know he's versatile. I do know he's a team leader. 293 rushes, 1,711 yards, 5.7 yards per carry, 21 rushing TDs, 45 catches, 605 yards, and 3 touchdowns through the air last year. We'll play some fun clips here. Look at it. This is it. Balance and staying on your feet through contact. A criticism of Bengals backs. Chase Brown did a good job of that. Look at this. Bengals have had some trouble at the goal line sometimes. Just head down, shoulders down. Look at this catch. You know, through the air here. You'll get another look at this. Just boom. And gloveless, mind you. You got to love the gloveless. Nice cuts. Boom, goes through contact. Big play, still dragging a guy. And then this is a fun one here. Look at the dancing, look at the moves. And then let me just get through you here. And here's another shot of that. Just boom, boom. I mean, that's stays. You saw the balance there to stay. And that comes with that kind of squattier frame. He's listed at 5'11", 216. I don't think he's 5'11", personally. I think that's not – I think that's being pretty generous. I just love this guy's style of play. It may not even be totally suitable to, the NFL. I see guys like Darren Sproles, not kickoff return stuff, but I just see the versatility and that smaller stature, making guys miss, staying on your feet, getting through contact. I see Jaylen Warren with that stocky frame and that strength to get through tackles. I see the versatility of like a Rex Burkhead, from a former Bengals back. I just see a lot of different things out of this guy. Some team could fall in love with him and pick him like round 2, round 3. Some team could say, as he didn't run well, or, it's a day 3 pick. I tend to think it's maybe more of the latter, but just a fun freaking player to watch, man. Fun player to watch. And he gets fired up. That's one of those guys that you like. He is older. He just turned 23 for a running back. But he did have another 1,700-yard rushing season in 22. So, I mean, the productivity's there as well. I think he missed some time last year, I think. But I just really like this kid. And he could be kind of a little bit more of the physical back the Bengals are looking for to complement Chase Brown.
When you said Rex Burkhead, I thought you were going to go to Brian Leonard too. Just continuing.
Brian Leonard. Yeah. Love me some Brian Leonard.
Continuing to scout the pigment, like Stone Cold Steve Austin in Longest Yard. That's how a white man was. No, but I love Skattebo because he did very Ashton Genty things against better teams typically, and he's projected to be drafted 2 rounds later. Like that's prime value, I think. And when you're talking about a position like running back where you have to maximize that value as much as you possibly can, that's what makes him intriguing. And he's going to be drafted later because, like you said, he's 2 years older than Genty. He's 23. He was a 6-year college player. He's not going to run very fast in the 40, which I think you kind of alluded to with those clips and how he doesn't have the long speed. I don't really care about that. I know for a fact that he has the metrics that support a long career in the NFL for a running back, despite the fact that he was in college for a long time. Because, I mean, you look, it's just so refreshing to see someone who pops out on tape and is fun to watch on tape, but then the numbers do back it up. Like the missed tackles forced per the yards per carry, the yards per route run. The fact that he's going to be useful no matter what down distance it is, no matter where you are on the field. Like he can punch the ball in on the goal line, but he can Ray Rice it 4th and 29, through the air as a receiver. So there's nothing that he can't really do except maybe, beat Chase Brown in a track race, right? But that's why you have Chase Brown. He's your home run hitter in this offense. And I think if you were to draft Skattebo in the 3rd round, maybe you trade back in the 2nd and get like an extra 3rd round pick, whatever the case may be, in that late 3rd to 4th round range, like you wouldn't feel pressure necessarily to give one guy the lion's share of the touches or the other. I think it would be a great symbiotic 1-2 punch at running back. And again, just a guy that does pretty much everything extremely well. You need as many of those runners who can run through contact with that incredible balance and strength as much as possible, along with the soft hands. Like there's not a lot of boxes that Skattebo isn't going to check, but he's not going to be drafted into the 3rd round, which is why I think he should be on everyone's radar.
I just really you watch his clips and it's just fun. It's throwback, but it's also, for a guy who's squattier and thicker, like I said, the balance through contact is really something that impresses me about him. We love Joe Mixon. He was one of the most productive backs in Bengals history. He did a lot of great things, but one of the big knocks with him is for how big and tall he was. When someone would clip at his ankles, right, he'd go down on first contact, right? This is not who this guy is. I mean, that maybe it's the shorter frame, different running style, whatever you want to call it. The balance is there. The strength is there. And like I said, I think Ray Rice is another good comparison, despite Rice's off-field crap. Yeah. But I think as an on-field player, that's another good comparison, aside from some of the guys I mentioned too. I didn't really think about that, but that's another good one. I just really like this kid, and I could see someone, a bright offensive mind, maximizing his potential. I don't think he's like, Pro Bowl RB1, but I think you could use him, like you said, in a lot of different scenarios, a lot of different situations. He can have a solid career, and you can have a good role for him on your team.
I'll tell you this right now. He's one of the players that if he ends up in Kansas City, I'm going to be throwing stuff. I know, because you just know for a fact that would be a match. Just taking dump offs from Patrick Mahomes, a pissed off Patrick Mahomes after an embarrassing Super Bowl performance. He's someone that I would trade in front of Kansas City to take, I think.
Yeah, that's a great. Oh God, you just had to throw that one into the universe. Oh God. Well, that is this week's prospect profile and our free agent profile, a mini one on Chase Young, but a little bit more there. Go check out the highlights of Skattebo, man. It's minutes of fun to go check out his stuff. Go look at him. But a guy the Bengals could have on their radar.